Collective greetings. Welcome back to my channel, Joyful Light Oracle. I pray that all is well with you and your loved ones. Let's go ahead and get ready for our daily message from Divine Source. Let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. As we clear the energy, clear the space, clear our mind, and tune in. Ashe. All right, so I do want to thank those that have been following me, those that have been subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you for sending me love. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers. Thank you for sending me well wishes. And I pray the same for you and your household. It was something that I was thinking about recently. This may be tied in with the message, but the theme of rejection, all right, that many of us may have already experienced rejection in our life in some form. And the revelation that I received pretty much was turned inwardly. You know how typically we look at rejection as some would say a form of protection, or we look at it as the other person, right? We give the other person power in the dynamic, whether it be a work situation that declined us or did not select us as a candidate, whether it be a partnership that did not choose us, as some would say. And we embody this rejection as, you know, something is wrong with us. There's some sense of inadequacy, or we're unworthy, and all of that shadow side, right? So coming from a higher view, as far as you have done some work to heal those aspects of oneself, your vision will prayerfully open up to see rejection from a different vantage point. And what I am seeing it as today is that it is our higher self, our conscious awareness, declining those situations or those partnerships that are ill-aligned for us. And it's like subconsciously we're operating in a way where we're repelling something. If you can look at it as a repellent, or our conscious awareness, or even our higher self, right? Rejecting aspects or declining those things that just don't gel. They are not a good pair or good match for us, rather than giving someone else the power or the authority to say that they are the ones that are declining us. I hope that makes sense, and we'll see how that translates to this message. I have not sat with the energy. I did want to share that with you as something that I came into the awareness of doing my own shadow work and being enlightened, so to speak, on certain choices that I have previously made in my life's journey that has brought me to close out certain cycles, certain doors, because they just no longer resonated with me anymore. So if you can look at it as a situation doesn't resonate with you, and that is why it has to end. Okay, so I don't know if you're going through any endings. I don't know if you're having to close out some cycles. I don't know if you are struggling to let go or detach, right? Detach, you know, a lot that might be hard for a lot of people to do, to let go of things that they are invested in, that they feel belongs to them. And so even that belonging, that phrase or that term where you feel something belongs to, it's a sense of what is it? Justification, right? You're deserving of something, but what are you deserving of? Are you deserving of someone who is inauthentic, or someone who is unable to give you what you truly desire? Like, what are you fighting for, right? There's a lot of competition in our relationships, in our partnerships, and people compete for things, but you have to ask yourself, like, what are you really fighting for? Are you fighting for something that is aligned for your highest good, or are you just fighting for something to say that, aha, I got it, or aha, I'm the winner, right? Just fighting just because that's what you're used to. Now, some people are used to just being in a state of conflict or existing in a state of chaos. And so naturally, that's the pattern. They're going to fight. They're going to feel attached. It's a sense of greed, like it's all mine, right? So those aspects of oneself, they need to be healed. Just to put it plainly, they need to be healed. So if that's where you're at, I just send you love and encouragement to do the work. Okay, when we speak about work, we meaning the collective, those who are on the spiritual journey, and we all are, whether we recognize it or not. Those that are more aware of this journey, right, do work. It's a sense of actually coming to the acknowledgement of where we're at in our life and recognizing that we can do better, we can be better, or there is better for us. That's pretty much what it is. And once you come to that awareness of there's better for you because you are better, your value, you begin to appreciate as far as your worth, right? You begin to see that you are deserving. You begin to reject things that do not align or resonate with you anymore. And it's just a natural process of your growth and evolution. So maybe that's where you're starting on your journey. Maybe you're in the middle. I don't even know if it really ends, guys, to be honest. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull a few of these soul lessons journey cards to see what is the significance of today's message. I send you love and thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I appreciate you and existing. Thanks for rolling with a sister. Thanks for trusting me to be in your space and in your energy for the purpose of lifting up your vibration and aiding your healing process. Ashe. All right. All right, we have freedom. All right, so someone may be learning how to free themselves from those constraints that we just mentioned. You know, it could be how we view things, how we view ourselves, how we view partnerships, how we connect with others. So it's a sense of freedom. I will read this card. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And we definitely do. A lot of us may not see that, or we don't realize that. And if we don't realize that, we tend to give people our power, right? When I said, as far as the rejection goes, you know, we may blame the other person and have this woe is me attitude when something doesn't work out, and we take on this energy of inadequacy or not feeling worthy of another person. So we're in essence elevating another person over us. If we can flip that script to understand that not to be conceited, however, perhaps we need a little bit more self-pride to know that situations and circumstances that don't resonate, it's going to not feel it's not going to be, let's say, harmonious. You know, there's going to be some challenge in that dynamic. Okay, I made a video the other day, spoke about a mountain in like a partnership, and if you find that you're being faced with a lot of obstacles in that connection, whatever connection, it could be work related, it could be a friendship, it could be romantic in nature, whatever, or just family. It just simply means that there's something that's not resonating with you in that situation. Okay, and so that means you have to either change, either you're going to allow your vibration to become lower so you can resonate with that darker aspect of that experience, or you're going to come higher. Either way, something's going to happen. Okay, so you have the power to determine how you're going to align with that situation. And many of us try to fit that cube peg into that circle. And that's where you have a lot of the friction, a lot of the headache, a lot of the heartache even, where we have to repeat unnecessary life lessons and heal. So the focus here is freedom and trusting the process, okay? Trusting yourself even, okay? It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So a lot of us, we give power over to the situation, over to another person, saying that person knows better, that person has better insight, that whoever that is or that situation has a greater level of authority over the direction of wherever it's going to go. You need to learn how to pull your energy back, how to detach from that frame of thought, to think that you are lesser than anyone in a relationship, okay? We are all equals here. We all have the same, let's say, responsibility in a situation to give out of our abundance or out of our lack. Many times we align with situations that it caters to our lack. Again, that is us choosing those partnerships, okay? And when it ends, that is because either we're just exhausted or just the universe is coming to say, all right, you haven't learned the lesson clearly and you need a little bit of assistance. And so we're going to have to remove this. So it's like pulling the blanket or the wool from over your eyes so that you can clearly see, okay? All right, so there's that, guys. Someone may be in a space of loneliness right now, okay? Trying to create or cultivate some peace in their life. We will pull from the Animal Oracles card deck at this time. I'll take 3, source. Thank you. All right. So you're learning, right? You're learning, you're growing, your insight, you know, there's wisdom that's coming in. There's a lot of information, maybe a lot of life lessons that is finally gelling, like it's coming together. It's connecting the dots. It's making sense of these experiences, okay? So this could be just where you're at right now. All right. We'll get 2 more. Okay, this is a sense of releasing, like releasing past restrictions, releasing something, okay, letting go. We talked about detachment, and we'll get 1 more over here. So we have the jaguar, the owl, and the bull. Whoa, okay. Strong energy here with the bull. Sacrificing, letting go. So I'm going to read this as the future energy, perhaps, that you will be letting go of some things, right? Letting go of maybe some learned behaviors, some learned patterns, some ways of being or existing that no longer serves you. That is the confirmation for me with the transformation here on the bottom of the deck, okay? So there's going to be a space where you're going to be or have released some things, okay? You're learning some things in the present, future energies that you're going to be giving up on some things, right? Sacrifice doesn't have to be negative, okay? Sacrifice can simply mean that you have learned everything you need to learn. And because you have gathered whatever wisdom, understanding, or the like, it's a letting go. It's like you no longer have to connect to the same lessons. You don't have to connect to the same experience. You don't have to connect to the same situations, people, places, or things. All right, take it how it resonates. I do want to point out the Psalms card. May the Lord give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. This came up on my last video. I did shuffle the deck today. I prayed over it, and it came out again. So there's that. Someone is desiring stability. Someone wants to be at peace in their stability, wants to not have to, let's say, fight for being secure in a situation, perhaps. Maybe you felt the need to fight. Remember, we talked about that energy of either competition or fighting against yourself. Now, again, we typically turn the view or the scope outward. Where we're at in our journey is we're looking at things from an internal viewpoint, where we're looking at how we contribute to situations and how we ultimately have the power to transform our situations. So it's claiming your power back, essentially, is what we're talking about today. All right, let's get a few from the Gilded Revelry. No, what's this one? Gilded Tarot Royale. All right. We'll start in the center. Let's clarify the owl. What's the owl speaking about, please? All right, Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. We have the moon the Lovers, and the Seven of Wands. Perfect. Okay. So, all right, the Moon, right, where you weren't aware, right? You were not aware of basically how you align yourself with situations, okay? There's a sense of being more selective with your choices, right? Be more selective with your choices and how you move towards your passions, okay? My fan is on, so there's that. Let me see if I turn this the other way. If this will keep it standing a little better. Number 4 is also on the L, so that is representative of your home base, your foundation, your stability, your what makes you feel safe, right? Your security even. All right. So there were some patterns that you were using to choose, right? Your partners, right? Whatever type of partner that is, okay? You're being more selective now because you're understanding your truth better for some, okay? You have learned how to, there's some, let's say, you understand your emotions better. So someone has learned a pattern in which they selected partners, right? They're freeing themselves from this, let's say, the insecurities or the where you're unsure of how to select partners, okay? Let's look at, and also it could be just, you know, the insecurities within, if we're looking at it internally, right? Learning how to bring balance to your divine feminine, your divine masculine energy. All right, let's go ahead and look at this, let's say, past energy that you've released. Maybe you need to release something from the past. Maybe you need to open up to something new, okay? Maybe there was a choice that you made already, okay, to go in a specific direction, all right? Wow, we got the 2 and the 5, okay? So this is a clear direction that someone has gone in. So there was a decision you made, right, to leave some things, okay? And anytime we try to move away from something that we're used to, it can be unsettling. It can feel unstable, right? With the Tower, it's a sense of shifting your foundation, shifting something that your plans change, okay? So I'm getting change of plans. You had to let go of something for whatever reason, okay? Right? So you had to let go of something that was not putting you in a good space in the heart chakra. Your emotions may have been a bit tied to something you were hoping for, planning for, okay? That did not work out, right, with the Tower. I'm getting it did not work out only because we see the 3 of Swords here, okay? So it was a wish fulfillment that you had, something you truly desired, but something did not work out and you had to let that go. Now you're here, right? You're learning from these past experiences, but freedom is here. So maybe you feel still connected to something, possibly from the past. We'll look at that a little bit further. We're going to get some cards on this Bull, the Sacrifice. What is this about? This fan is blowing, like I said. So if it falls again, I'll just put it down somewhere else. All right, so the need to be flexible, the need to see things as an opportunity to learn, the need to not be so bound or committed to something. I don't know. What's this about? We have an Emperor and a 6 of Wands. We're looking at the future energy. This is someone that is very confident, very secure within themselves, within their power, okay? Acknowledging your power even. So maybe you're going to be coming to a space in the future where you're going to take ownership, right, of your successes, right? Where maybe before you would sacrifice yourself for others, okay, and you would give of your time or your resources for others' successes. This is you owning your power, okay? This is you being acknowledged for whatever it is that you do, okay? All right, the Sun. Okay, so actually coming into a place of where you can see things differently. It's a real, okay, so you're going to have a realization that perhaps you were embodying this, okay? And it could be a work. Let's say if it's a work, maybe you're going to be letting go of a work dynamic, possibly. It's something that's going to be presented perhaps, where maybe you're not going to want that anymore, okay? You may not want that anymore because this is you moving away. You're moving. So it's a sense of where you're no longer being that sacrificial person. You don't feel like you have to work ad nauseum. That's not the word, but where you exhaust yourself for other people's benefits, like working. This is a boss, right? This is a head honcho. This is someone top notch. This is someone who is insecurity is what I'm getting. Security that's like a profession is what I'm picking up. But the Ten of Swords is here saying that you have learned how to move out of this, because this is a situation that typically doesn't end well, okay? It ends badly, right? So you're surrendering that. You're surrendering something. Again, this is surrendering a sacrifice. So maybe you're going to be well known, or you have been well known, and it's something that you have to leave behind or let go of. And it is probably big, right? Think about the bull, right? The bull, the ox, whatever. I'm just thinking about power. I'm thinking about control. I'm thinking about determined, right? So, and that's the emperor, right? The emperor is pretty determined, pretty powerful energy, one that is usually in control, one that gives orders, that dictates how things are going to go. There's something that you're going to maybe not want to do anymore. Like it's not going to be bringing you the same that it used to give you, right? And so the Six of Wands is like maybe you've been recognized, you've been acknowledged for this position or this role, but you're moving away from it. So it could be that, all right, is if you are going through some type of transformation and you have built up to some level of security or stability, there's something that you're going to be giving up, because now you have learned how to partnership, right? And how to select partners that are best aligned for you. So we're going to go back here to the center energy. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. So you're creating something, okay? You're trying to manifest. Maybe you're manifesting partnerships that are better aligned for you, because you may not feel as though you are where you need to be as far as, I'm going to say, your authentic truth, okay? So it could be like a change in profession, okay? When I look at the Emperor, something that you were well known for, okay? Sacrificing that, all right? This is again talking about like profession or status or work, okay? Someone who is a hard worker, very good with money, all right? So that could be just you trying to transform a partnership, okay? The Moon. What's with the Moon? Okay, something that you need to understand. All right, so this could be a masculine's energy I'm picking up on, because there's a lot of masculine energy depicted on the cards, okay? King of Swords, right? King of Swords, okay. So it could have been you were in a position, but there's some things that you didn't know in this, like it wasn't spelled out, it wasn't laid out for you. And maybe once you got into something, that's when you started learning about whatever the details were for this position, this situation. How did that make you feel? This is a coming together, but how did that make you feel? Because the Moon is uncertainty, or it could be fears. Okay, so how did it make you feel? Five of Pentacles, okay? Like something is lacking, right? Maybe you were not being paid enough. Maybe they're not giving you enough, or valuing your time, valuing your work for some. But I'm getting not enough, right? Maybe they expected you to do more, okay? to give more. Maybe you had to choose work over a partnership. Maybe, I don't know. Let's clarify. Oh, I do want to use my other deck to clarify, but let's get one from this. Okay. So it seems as though this thing required a lot of your mental energy, okay? Trying to create wealth, trying to create money, trying to create a stable partnership, okay, financially even. Or the King of Pentacles could be representative of a husband, someone that is just committed to whatever they're doing, right? So you could be someone that's very devoted to your partnerships, okay? And there is something that you've learned from this right here, right? Whatever this is, you've learned a great deal. Page of Pentacles. So you may have started out in the beginning and now you are a King of Pentacles. So someone, this is some years. So it took some years for you to get to where you're at today. That's how I'm reading that, okay? All right? It took some years for you to get to this. This is something that you really worked hard for. I'm saying work hard for some reason, guys. Let me just get another card. Something you really worked hard for. Clarify this King of Pentacles, lovers. King of Swords energy. What is this about? Okay, so news is coming out. Okay, maybe you didn't feel protected in something. You got some information or you got some message, you know, and you may not have felt protected in something, right? Something you learned, something you discovered, right? Seven of Wands, again, that's an energy of protecting or standing your ground, being guarded even, okay? Four of Swords, that's needing to rest. Putting something to rest, okay? You discovered something. What? I have no idea. But it is causing you to make a shift here. All right. Let's clarify. What is this about regarding the Moon and the King of Swords? Moon and the King of Swords. We have Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Let me guide it to put these here. We already saw the Three of Swords. There's something you had to turn your back towards. And this even says unhappy job. Okay, so that's funny. Quarreling, you know, you're in a union and you're quarreling about this partnership. So there's discontentment here. We already saw the Four of Cups right over here somewhere. Four of Pentacles, again, that's a sense of being guarded, okay? But this is pertaining to your security, your finances. So it could be that there was a job that you were in that it brought you some sense of security, all right? And maybe that's you having to release it, having to let it go. Let's get some clarifiers over here with the Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Let's clarify Two of Wands, Three of Wands energy. We got quite a bit. Three. Temperance, Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles. All right, so it looks like you were waiting for something to open up. It looks like you were having to balance two decisions, like which basically how much to give to one situation versus how much to commit to the other. Okay. So it's like you had to let something go because you got the clarity, right? You got some clarity about something. And making the decision was necessary because, again, you were in a space where it was a Three of Swords type dynamic where there's either some discomfort, some quarreling, some separation that's happening. And like experiencing a tower. So let's say if you're having issues going on involved with your family, and then your job is having some situations. So it's like both aspects of your life being where there's an imbalance and you need to bring a sense of peace. So it's like you had to let something go, right? You had to free yourself from something, from one of the two. So you made a choice, okay, to let go of one of these things, okay? All right. King of Wands. You made a choice to release one of these. Because this one, something is heavier. Something was heavier, right? It's like you were working with a partnership, but again, Three of Swords is here, and we already saw Ten of Swords, okay? So, and partners, lovers is in the center. Four of Swords, again, surrendering something, okay? Five of Pentacles, no longer giving to a situation because you've learned something about the situation. You received some news, and this information you got, it's either teaching you or helping you to see that you need to protect something, okay? Four of Pentacles, you need to protect something, right? To maintain your stability. You had to let go of something. Let's get one for the Tower specifically. Thank you. Definitely could have been a job. King of Pentacles, all right? Maybe you had two jobs. All right, maybe you were or are a father, okay? So we did see the Page of Pentacles come out. That can represent a young person, maybe a young child, I don't know. But that's more so Page of Cups, I think. Anyway, this could be a work situation surrounding your finances. There's something you had to release. Yeah, okay. Again, the two, right? Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, to the Three of Swords. So there was a divide. So you got to, I'm looking at this as the Ace of Swords that's coming in, right? Because there was something that was blocking, right? Or causing some type of conflict, right? Conflict. And the information with the Ace of Swords, you learned something. Again, the owl here is wisdom. You've grown from something. And it could simply mean that you grew out of something. It could be just that simple, that you gave enough to a situation and you grew out of the situation, okay? So it's almost like growing out of a partnership. It's nothing malicious. It's nothing that you were or another person was trying to do against you. It's simply that you may have grown or evolved, right? And you no longer align with that partnership, whatever it is, okay? King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. But the moon is still causing me to question. The moon with the King of Swords. Let's get one, because we know Two of Swords is here. I'll take it out then. Thank you. Okay, so it's almost like you reached your cap. If something was capped, the level that you needed to be at was capped. And so you're trying to plan, trying to figure out, okay, what's next? Okay, how do I continue to generate this income or this stability, or something is about your finances, your material. How do I still maintain something, okay? Because there was a pause. Definitely a pause. And the decision was made to separate. Two of Wands, okay? What's with the moon, though? What's with the moon? Can we clarify the moon, King of Swords energy? So you fulfilled everything. You fulfilled everything in that, in the time frame, in that cycle, in that position. Like, you've learned everything you need to learn, King of Swords, right? You've learned everything. But maybe you were still holding on to something for some reason, right? Maybe because it gave you some type of recognition, right? Something gave you some type of status or recognition, okay? Yeah. Four of Wands. You were very comfortable in it, right? You were content in something. And you're also understanding it's something that you're understanding. You're understanding maybe that there is something better for you. You're starting to see that there's something better for you. There's something else that you can do. This could be you learning even a new profession, right? A new career path. Page of Pentacles. Again, we saw the ibis, learning. The wisdom is out here. King of Swords is out here. Someone that is very intellectual. Four of Swords, you've been really thinking about this a lot. All right, so let's say if this was, I don't see a lot of cups, so let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if this was a partnership and someone was a husband to a partner, they've had to release that for whatever reason. It was just, you know, maybe some imbalances with the Two of Pentacles out here. They had to learn how to juggle a lot. But they've gained some clarity because something wasn't growing to where they wanted it to be, right? Two of Swords, okay? So the cycle was closed out because notice Two of Swords to Three of Swords, right? And Five of Swords, they had to definitely release something or sacrifice one thing over the next. It's almost like you can't maintain both, right? It's something about the both, the two. You couldn't have both things. So it's one or the other, okay? Eight of Pentacles, again, is about like work, like dedicated to each other. So it's either you devote yourself to this one or you devote yourself to that